Up next, the frightening results of a Kelly file investigation in an explosive case at Amherst College. Don't turn the channel. Just stay tuned and watch what happens when a student is accused of sexual assault on a college campus. Just trust me, all right? Trust me. A Kelly file investigation tonight, and a stunning one, after a male student at Amherst College gets expelled in an alleged rape case that has serious flaws in it. Critics say this case is a perfect example of how Obama administration guidelines are changing the rules in the search for what may or may not be justice on campus. Trace Gallagher has the background. Trace?
Megyn, in 2012, after a night of drinking, a former student who is now using the anonymous name John Doe accompanied his girlfriend's roommate back to her dorm room, and while John Doe claimed he was blacked out, the accuser admitted performing a sex act on him. 21 months later, she accused him of sexual assault. The school said his account of being blacked out was credible, but still ruled against him and expelled him. John Doe then got a lawyer who discovered text messages that prove he did not initiate the sexual encounter, including a message the accuser sent to a girlfriend admitting she did something really stupid and said her roommate would never forgive her, writing, quote, "It's pretty obvious I wasn't an innocent bystander." She also acknowledged John Doe was intoxicated to the point of incoherence, telling her friend that he was, quote, "too drunk to make a good lie out of blank." The accuser told the college that after the sexual assault, she invited another male friend over because she felt alone and confused. Yet she had earlier texted the other male friend, writing, quoting again, "I mean, I have my room to myself this weekend if you wanted to come over and entertain me." She then admitted to a female friend she had sex with the second man after she had sex with John Doe. The texts were given to Amherst, but the school would not reopen the case. It's unclear why she waited 21 months to file the allegation, but in those nearly 2 years, the accuser lost most of her original friends, including her roommate, and the lawyer for John Doe says her new friends all happen to be victims' advocates. Amherst now says it's confident the process followed is consistent with federal requirements. Megyn.
That may be the problem. Our next guest has followed every turn in this case. Casey Johnson is a professor of history at Brooklyn College and is co-author of Until Proven Innocent, which is about the shameful injustices of the Duke lacrosse rape hoax. Thank you for being here. It's hard to understand how wrong things went here. A woman accuses a man of raping her 21 months after the alleged rape. She never went to the medical authorities. She never went to the police. She gets aligned with victims' rights advocates, and her friends turn their backs on her because the person who allegedly raped her was her roommate's boyfriend. The injustice of the process that happened at Amherst once her case went through the authorities is where things get really awful. Explain how it is set up to protect, oh no, not the accused, but the rights of the accuser.
Right. So in 2011, the Obama administration essentially ordered all colleges to change their sexual assault procedures. Amherst was one of the colleges that got this order. They changed their procedure, and essentially the procedure there works under the assumption that the accused is guilty and needs to use the hearing to prove his innocence. But he isn't given the tools to do that. He doesn't have discovery. He can't get the relevant evidence that he needs. He doesn't have an attorney representing, limited right of cross-examination. So there's virtually no way, once an accusation is made and gets into the system at a place like Amherst, and Amherst is not unique, that the accused can be exonerated.
You're done. Once you are accused, you're done. You can't have a lawyer in there representing you. And the rules say don't allow the accused to cross-examine the accuser because it could be intimidating and threatening for her. Well, she might be a liar. She might deserve a little intimidation if she is lying, as it certainly sounds the alleged victim in this case did. Talk about the evidence. Okay, so first of all, this guy, John Doe, got expelled. He said, not only did I not rape this girl, she did a sex act to me that I did not consent to. He got expelled. And then after he got expelled, how did he get all of these emails, which we're going to get into?
There had been talk that the accuser in this case had texted friends about what happened on the night in question, but the Amherst investigator didn't explore this, the Amherst disciplinary panelist didn't explore this, and he didn't have a lawyer. He got a lawyer afterwards. The lawyer, who was a very good attorney, started asking questions, and the two people that the accuser was texting, who were outraged by the fact that the accuser was misleading, produced these text messages.
The emails make very clear. This is after her alleged rape, her alleged sexual assault by John Doe, who was thrown out of school. She texts a resident advisor, "Oh my God, I just did something so effing stupid." Response, "What did you do?" "I effed John Doe." The resident advisor, "No, you didn't." And then she goes on and says, "Official story is he puked and I took care of him, but yes, I did." Then after that, this is her talking about her alleged rape. Then after that, she texts another man and asks that man to come over. And why don't you tell the audience how she represented, why she said she needed that second man's company on the night in question, what she told the board evaluating her sexual assault claim.
She told the disciplinary panel that she was so traumatized by John Doe assaulting her that she needed a friend to come over and comfort her. In fact, the man she had invited previously to come over, she then had sex with. She admitted this in another text to yet another friend.
So she testified that she was distraught and she needed the comfort of a friend. But meanwhile, this is what she was texting a friend when the second man came over. She was irritated that he was taking so long to engage in sexual conduct with her. She texted to her friend, "Why is he just talking to me? Like, hot girl in a slutty dress, make your move. Yeah." And then she sends a text message saying, "Oh my God, action did not happen till 5 in the effing morning." Then when it came out that, this might not look very good and that her roommate might be upset that she had performed a sex act on the roommate's boyfriend, she decides to say, "My roommate knows me. It's pretty obvious I wasn't an innocent bystander." My head is going to explode. How does this girl get a guy thrown out of school based on this?
Well, but she's operating in an environment, and Amherst is not unique here, in which the presumption is that any accuser is truthful, and the process is set up really with indifference to the truth. The idea is to prevent re-traumatization. And to an actual victim, this is, of course, very important. But when you have a case where the victim, or the accuser in this case, is not telling the truth, there's really no way to determine this. And
she hasn't had to answer for any of this yet. She hasn't offered her side of the story on any of this.
No.
Amherst is refusing to reopen the expulsion of this young man. They won't even look at it?
That's correct. And that's not atypical. And Amherst's approach is he had his shot, he didn't take advantage of it, and they have no moral or legal obligation to reopen.
Guess again, Amherst. A judge is now going to have a say on this, and this cannot stand. It cannot stand. This does violence to the justice system that is set up to protect victims and the accused, the unfairly accused, who have rights as well. Casey, we're going to stay on this. Thank you for breaking the story and bringing it to our attention.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. And again, Amherst tonight is stressing that the media currently only has one side of the case, but they're confident in their process.